coming at you with a new flavor, baby. Overtime Sports Show, most interactive sports show on Facebook and YouTube. I'm AV for Majic 102.1, and of course, Praise 92.1, Houston's inspiration station. And I got my ace, my homie in the place, the G man.
I'm awake, man. I've been up 34 hours straight right now.
You were down in the place.
Them dice was nice last night, but 34 hours, no sleep, man. I'm about to go home. I got to go to church. I don't lie. I got to go to church.
Oh, you going to church?
I'm going to church tonight, and then I'm going to go lay it down, and then I'll be on vacation starting tomorrow. So.
Oh, okay. You going on vacation?
Yeah, I'm going on a cruise. I'm going on a cruise ship. So I'm going to go out there in the Gulf of Mexico and just lay down butt naked somewhere for 4 days.
And eat, because that's one of the wonderful things I love about a cruise, man. You can eat, and enjoy yourself. But, man.
Chill.
Yeah, happy early vacation. Hopefully you're able to win some money yesterday.
Yeah. Well, actually, I'm excited. You know, I was hoping the Astros were going to play at night, but they got them at 3 o'clock. So when the ship takes off, I'll be right there at the bar watching the game, man. So I will definitely be in the building. Black Maurice, what it is, baby.
Yeah, appreciate you guys.
No sleep for the wicked, baby.
Yeah, this ain't no sleep for the wicked. Yeah, you're right about that. Derek, I know you in here. We're going to get to that a little bit. We'll get to that a little bit later on. We ain't going to start off with that. Latasha, appreciate you joining us. And we love when you guys interact and leave your comments on any topic that we're going to talk about. This is the most wonderful time of the year because we got the NBA, we got NFL, we got Major League Baseball, all the sports going at one time. It is the perfect time of the year. So let's start it off with, in my eyesight, with the best team in the whole wide world, the Houston Astros, baby.
You know what? After what happened to the Yankees last night,
yes, I loved it.
The Dodgers could be knocked out tonight.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, who would have thought? I told everybody from the beginning of the year, I said, my pick, we both picked this. We said the Astros is our pick, not because with the homers, but I'm looking at everything from roster to pitching to hitting to everything. And I just think we're stacked, man. And we got that playoff baseball experience, man.
Yep. And it comes in handy. You know, people like Correa, Altuve, Bregman. We're seeing these guys come in. Michael Brantley, of course, he's clutch. Yep. And Yuli Gurriel, he had an awesome year as far as batting average, you know, top in the American leagues, and looking for him to walk away with a title this year. So I'm so excited, man.
What up, baby?
What's up? I'm so excited for our Astros. You know, the only thing we got to deal with, of course, is that we've got a young group of pitchers. You know, Lance McCullers going to get the ball game 1, and then Framber Valdez will get it in game 2. We already know that Zach Greinke is going to come out of the bullpen. So if I had any cause for concern outside of the playoffs experience that we have, it's this young pitching staff that we have, bro.
Well, you know, McCullers has been pitching lights out, man, especially the last month and a half or so, coming off that Tommy John surgery. So he should be 100. I think he's going to give us a good boost. And then Framber Valdez, he has obviously been a stud. Yeah. He missed a lot of part of the beginning of the year because of a finger, but he's back healthy. Or Queedy's back.
Yeah, Garcia. We got Garcia in here.
You got Greinke, who's been struggling lately. So I think it's a good move to bring him out of the bullpen, man, because I think right now his confidence is a little shot, man, you know?
Yeah, and you get about 3 to 4 innings from these young starters, and then you're able to bring Greinke in as a middle reliever, and then, of course, the back end of our bullpen with our closer, we can get these guys to come in and just give us this playoff experience and do what they do. I think we're going to come out on top. I didn't have any confidence, prison. You were in Facebook prison. I get you. Glad that you out.
Facebook jail ain't no joke, man. Facebook jail ain't no joke, bro. I've been in that thing before.
And they shut down, had everybody confused. We all thought we were in jail a couple of days ago. But I like the fact that I didn't have any stock in the Yankees making it. I didn't think they were going to make it to the wild card. I know they caught lightning in the bottle toward the end of the year. But what do you think, man, Garrett Cole feels right now with that big $300 million contract?
He said he felt sick to his stomach after yesterday's performance. He said, man, I felt sick to my stomach, what his quotes were. You know, I mean, it goes to show, man, that, you know, it don't matter how big your payroll is, man. It just, I mean, it's a lot more that you look at the Tampa Bay Rays. They got the lowest payroll, and they, you know, one of the best teams in the league.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of glad the Yankees went home. I mean, they were actually hoping to get the 1-game playoff on Monday, which they ended up making it in the playoffs, but had to go to Boston, and look what happened.
Yeah. Look what happened. And Boston has a young team, too, on top of that, and they were able to, with home field advantage, have a good game last night. But I was just shocked, man. Garrett Cole didn't make it through 4 innings. Like 3 innings, you out of here.
That was it.
And I'm thinking, was it worth it, the investment? And now, of course, you got to give it up to the Astros for the ovation that they gave to Correa.
Oh, yeah.
You think he'll end up in New York?
No, I've been wrong before, man, but I don't want him to leave. Just like I didn't want James Harden to leave. I don't want Deshaun Watson to leave, I hope he stays, man. I know his wife is from the Valley here in Texas, and I wish he would stay. If he saw that standing ovation he got, he was very moved by that, man. I think that was a class move by the organization for Dusty to put him out there and then bring him in before the inning was, So I hope that was just a little part of getting him to realize what we got going on here and how the love they got from here, man. And
then I think part two is a part of realizing that he might be out of the door. Because the players start to do that, to let him run out first.
Yeah. I hope he gets him another ring. I hope he gets us another ring. And after that, if he decides to go for the money, man, you can't blame him. Look at Springer.
I know.
Look at Garrett Cole.
It just hurts, man.
Look at Marvin Gonzalez when he left to Minnesota a couple years ago.
It hurts, man.
Pablo,
Pablo. What's up, Pablo? It hurts. I hate to see these guys that, back in 2014 and 15 when we were losing 100 games, seeing these guys come up and then succeed, because we basically been a dynasty, seeing these guys come up and succeed, and then all of a sudden we losing them piece by piece, player by player.
So hopefully, we catch. We were hot the last. We did cool off the last week or two of the season, but we've been hot, man. The last quarter of the season, man. So I'm hoping for some big things, man. I feel it, man. I think we're gonna make. It's gonna be a special year for us again, man. So can't wait.
Let's go, Stros.
307,
baby.
307, baby.
Let's go, Stros. Speaking of going, it's been a lot of activity in the NFL today. The Cowboys released linebacker JAYLON Smith, which was a surprise to everybody, but the Packers picked him up, of course, because their head coach was with him when he was at Notre Dame. So it's a perfect fit for him, but they know the Cowboys wanted to release him because part of the injury guarantee in his contract reportedly played a factor in his release. Of course, they drafted him in 2016, and he just had a 5-year, $64 million extension in 2019, and now he's out.
For Mike McCarthy So yeah, man. So the way I look at it here, bro, JAYLON Smith, he won number 54 last year. Yeah. The man paid $500,000 for the number 9 this year, and then he gets cut. The Cowboys still owe him $7.2 million, but one of these superstars. They look at Micah Parsons, man. They felt he was going to be a stud, and the dude's playing out of his mind, man.
Yeah, he is. You got to give it to the Cowboys. They're rolling right now. I was just shocked and amazed to see a player of this quality, but when you listen to the Dallas media, it seemed that they had kind of cooled off on Smith, and they were saying, he making tackles 15 yards down the field and celebrating, and they wasn't really feeling that.
Yeah, no, and there was a couple of people talking about maybe it could have been a locker room issue. I think it was more of the play of Micah Parsons and him not being on the field as much as Micah Parsons. That boy he's been running all over the field, man. So balling. I like JAYLON. I thought he was going to be a top 5 pick coming out of Notre Dame, but he hurt his knee in the bowl. Sat out a year, came back strong, man. I thought, man, this guy is really playing good. I thought he was going to be one of their main ones to stay there. I think he's going to be there for a long time. And it's a shock to me, man. So
especially part of that linebacker crew. And Derek, I know Derek's a big Cowboy fan, so I know he said it too today at work.
I don't trust Leighton, whatever his name is, Van Der Esch. He to stay healthy.
I thought he was going to go.
Yeah, I'd have kept JAYLON Smith and Micah Parsons. I think that would have been a good deal. But who are we? We just we're not Jerry Jones.
No, we don't see the day-to-day stuff, and we're not looking. We're not with him in the team meetings. We don't know, like you said, what the attitude is in the locker room. I just know he's a quality player. And, hey, the Packers, they're getting a nice linebacker, so hopefully he can kind of get it together and move forward. On top of that, New England, this morning, Stephon Gilmore tweeted out that he was thanking the owner, Mr. Kraft, and New England and the fans, and he was getting ready to bail out. But before New England got to release him, they actually ended up trading him to the Carolina Panthers. Now, we know the Panthers. We saw that defense here. They quick. Now they got Gilmore,
Yeah, no, I think it's a good pickup, man. I was kind of surprised that he went there because actually, they ended up trading him. I think he got traded to the Panthers. Yeah, he did. They had originally going to cut him, and then I guess they came up with a trade. So Ryan, what up, man? So now he's heading to the Panthers. I thought he was going to go to Tampa Bay somewhere. I thought he was going to do something like that, but
now
I guess they said, "Nah, we're going to take you to. We're going to send you to Carolina."
They got trade value for him. Picked up a nice 6th-round pick, for Gilmore, who's on the PUP list. So of course he won't be able to play until after week 6. If they would have released him, he could have went to another team and played next Sunday. But because he was traded, he still have to sit out on the PUP list, which is good for him to let him heal from the quad injury. So that's good.
He's only one of 4 or 5 defensive backs to win NFL Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year. So
and hey, this is good for Carolina because the defense was already quick and good. So this adds. So hopefully, if he can come back from the squad injury, this adds another shutdown corner to them. So hey, Carolina is stacking it up. We got a quarterback for y'all too in Carolina if you want him. Just have to give us a whole bunch of draft picks to get him.
Man, I'm still holding out hope, brother. I'm still holding out hope. Contact, what up, babe? Your mic on mute.
Your owner today says he's just trying to find a perfect pick. I'm over here trying not to cough up a lung, but your owner today says he's waiting for the perfect opportunity for them to be able to trade Deshaun, so you can kind of give up that hope. It's over with, baby.
After 5 weeks, man, and after that embarrassment last week, I'm coming to the realization that Deshaun's not going to play at all this year and probably not ever again.
Yeah, he won't. You won't see him. You won't see him on the Texas uniform ever again. I just want to get some good picks. Shout out to Justin Fields. He was named a starter in Chicago.
After all that mess that Matt Nagy was talking like, Andy Dalton's our starter no matter what, and then today, we're going forward with Justin Fields. Why not just say that from the beginning, man? Why make things so complicated, man? We could see the writing on the wall, dang it. It's not like it was, geez.
Well, they always got to, they always got to do that. They got to make it look good. And my thing is, you don't want to rush him out there because we saw that with David Carr here when he was our quarterback. We saw him get beat up from day one. And you don't want to put a quarterback in a position where he gets beat up. But I'm a Justin Fields fan, so I'm excited that he's going to be the starter for Chicago. Let's put him out here and let's see what happens, man. And hopefully some good things will happen. What's going on with your Texans? They released Anthony Miller today, man.
I don't even know what to say about them fools no more. I mean, I love them. I mean, that's my team, man, but I just can't. It's like a train wreck right now, bro. I don't even know. I mean, look what happened last week. Was that not my nephew, who's a big Cowboy fan, text me, said, I just found out that the Big 12 got the Texans to join the conference. I'm like, man, I don't even know we could beat a team in the Big 12 right now.
Or the funny meme of the week, anybody with a Texans jersey come to practice on Monday.
Suit up, man. We need somebody to come in here and do something, bro. I mean.
Well, he said one of the reasons Coach Culley said they cut him was because Danny Amendola was coming back, and they said we don't have a position for him to suit up for a Sunday. We're not suiting up those many receivers, and he would have been the odd man out. My only thing was we traded a 5th-round pick to get him, and we're only how many weeks? 4 weeks into the season, and he's out of there. He caught the only receiving touchdown we had.
That's a shame, man. That's just, man, it's embarrassing, bro.
They will win another game, Derek, you hater.
Yeah. Will they win another game? No, they will definitely win another game. I just don't know when. Maybe the Jaguars? I don't know.
I'm glad you said that. Speaking of the Jaguars, Urban Meyer's getting lap dances, baby.
That's my hero right there, man. Hey, look, when you're 57 years old, he don't look 57, but you can tell he's older, man. And you got a little 25-year-old girl grinding on your knee, man. Yeah. I mean, shit. Excuse my language, but man, I mean.
Yeah. You gotta set it up, though. Of course, the team was coming back from playing on Thursday night. He stayed another day. Went to a restaurant. Family came up to him. They wanted to take a picture. Music is flowing. And then this young lady decides she want to give him a little lap dance.
But did you see the other video? So the video, they got that right there. They got the video of that right there. Then they got one of him like popping on her butt, So not only does he got to explain to the NFL and
he look happy
to the owner, he got to explain to his wife. Now, first of all, in the in the world of this right here, how you
look happy.
Get a shorty who's probably old enough to be your daughter grind on you in front of everybody because you having a little bit to drink? Now, I get it. Yeah. I've been there before. Too much to drink, and I'm like, come on with it. And I worry about the consequences later. But
she young, looking nice, and I'm with y'all. Who deserves an apology? The fans, the team, the ownership, or his wife? Definitely his wife.
Definitely his wife. I would. Yeah. Definitely, because I mean, think about it. It's an embarrassment, bro.
Yeah, and
I mean the embarrassment that it's been all over. It's all over Twitter. It was out that hour that he did that. It was out on Twitter, that video.
And that's the thing about social media today. You got to be careful what you do, where you do it, because everybody's filming. Now the players, do we owe the players an apology?
You know, the owner did say that he let them down. He let the team down. He got to regain their trust and all that. He felt
please regain their trust. You know how many of them players getting lap dances?
Boy.
Oh,
but a coach
trust.
That, you know what it reminded me of? That reminded me of I forgot the basketball coach. I think it was Michigan State. I forgot who one of the coaches. He went to a frat party after a game and was drinking beer with the frat kid. He got in trouble and got fired for that.
Yeah,
got a young tender. Nice looking, rubbing her thing all on him. I mean, I'm just saying, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think like you said, there's a code of conduct, and coach kind of got caught up in the moment. Like you said, he apologized to your wife, to the owner, to the team. I don't know if the fans necessarily need an apology, or even some of the players for that matter. But I get you. I've been there.
I was on a boats and hose party one time.
Yeah,
and my wife was with me. And she was dancing with her friends. Some girl came up to me. She went like this and put her butt in front of me. So I was like, hey, I just hit her on the side. My wife came out swinging, bro. So I almost got divorced over the boats and hose party. That just happened about 7 years ago. So I know exactly what he's going through. But his wife didn't come out swinging like mine did. So I'm just saying, sometimes it's out of our control, but that was definitely under his control. He could have said, hold up, little lady, meet me at the Palace Inn for $20. That's this.
Yeah, I know. Say back it up, back that thing up. Get it off.
Baby.
Yeah, he said no boats. Yeah, thank God.
Hey, boats and hose party got me in trouble, bro. I ain't been on another one since.
I'm glad, because if your wife coming out swinging, woo, you better stay off of it.
She said, grab that beer. But one more time, I said, I didn't do it. I just kind of slapped on the leg. Yeah. She was like, no, I saw that.
Yeah, he's definitely in trouble, Marvin. Speaking of, let's look at the power rankings now, of course, for the league. You got to give it up, man. You got to give it up. Cowboys are rolling right now. I know we only got one undefeated team, Arizona. So what are you ranking?
That was our sleeper team. Remember that?
Yeah.
That was our sleeper team before the year started, Arizona.
And they undefeated. So I'm thinking you're going Arizona. You're going Dallas for sure. Pittsburgh and Kansas City. Kind of shocked. Steelers, I think they've fallen off, but I think Kansas City is
going to be all right. The Chiefs are going to be all right. After watching, I'm not a Cowboy fan, but I'm definitely a fan of Dak Prescott. What he went through with the loss of his brother, with his leg broke in 37 different places, and then for him to come out and play the way he did, no preseason games. The guy showed me a lot, man. So that first game when they played the Bucs, I remember when I went on Facebook afterwards and said, you know what, that was a hell of a game. Yeah. I wasn't pulling for the Cowboys to win, but I was hoping that Dak Prescott would have done good, and he did. So he's definitely playing at MVP level right now, man. So they can keep it up, which I don't think they will, because in the words of Stephen A. Smith, what can go wrong,
it will
go wrong with the Cowboys, and that's just the way it's been for the last 26 years.
We know how it's going to end up. It always does, but I'm looking for them to have a deep run in the playoffs. Like we said,
I think they're going to win at least 13 games at least.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, maybe 13, but I think they're going to
win the division.
They're going to win the division.
Yeah, stack team. Because the division is real. They don't have nothing in that division. They can dominate that. They can have that wrapped up by week 10.
But what scares me in the NFL, and if you're in the NFC, you may be saying the Cowboys, we're 3-1, whatever you are. Think about it. You got the Arizona Cardinals undefeated. You still got the LA Rams, who are playing great ball. They lost, but you got the LA Rams that are still playing good.
Don't forget about Tampa Bay. I mean, Tampa Bay still there.
Tampa Bay. There's a lot of bullets out there, man. So
it's gonna be and the Cowboys beat Carolina without Christian McCaffrey. So it's like you got to think about that as well. That's gonna play a factor when he comes back.
So I got it. You can write it down in my books, man. I'm giving the Cowboys between 10 and 13 wins for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I'm with it.
I
think they can do it. So, and on AFC, we're looking at Buffalo. We're looking. The Raiders did good. Of course, they lost to the Chargers. The Chargers are looking fantastic.
They have, you know what? And honestly, they should have beat the Cowboys. I mean, the guy kicked a damn near 88-yard field goal. Where the hell it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
they should have beat them. They had the Cowboys beat. They just messed that up.
Yeah, take that down real quick. We don't want nobody to see that. Yeah, take that off of there real quick. They'll sweat me and G-Man Cowboys.
Cowboys are going to win some games this year, but
Marvin,
you're right. Marvin said what can go wrong usually does go wrong with the Cowboys, man.
Yeah, we don't want that up there too long. People think we cheering for the Cowboys. Let's get into the Hennessy NBA Minute, proud sponsors of the Overtime Sports Show. Our Rockets come out rolling in preseason last night.
Man, I was actually watching that game on my phone, and I'm like, man, we were down by 10 with a couple minutes left to go, and I looked up, and we won the game. I'm like, wow.
Josh Christopher stepped up last night.
Yeah, Green.
One of the drafts that we have, of course, Green looked good. Porter was doing this thing last night as UTC 25. Theus was doing his thing off the bench, and of course with Woods looking real good. Even Eric Gordon was able to get in a couple of threes. I don't put a whole lot of stock in the preseason, but what I can say is that this team is going to be exciting and electrifying. And once we get this defensive unit together, once we get our defensive side together, I think we're going to really have some exciting basketball this year. I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited about this team.
I still think we're a couple years away, but
definitely.
That don't mean they can make some noise and ruffle some feathers in the league. Maybe knock somebody out or do something where we may not make the playoffs. We may be on that 8 seed type thing, but hey, man, that nucleus right there is looking really good, man. So
yeah. And it's quiet. We got John Wall sitting on the bench until we can trade him, and he's helping out the youngsters. And we don't have the drama that we had last year. But speaking of drama, it's a lot of it going on in New Jersey. Kyrie Irving, he's not getting that vaccine. And of course, in New York, in order to come to the stadiums and go to events, you got to be vaccinated. And Kyrie is losing what I think is about
it's like $300,000 a game.
$300,000 or so a game. Yeah. $300,000. And like you said, he'll retire if you trade him. So what do you think? Should he just play on the road games? Do you think that's going to be suffice enough for them?
No. If I'm a teammate, I'm putting this work in, and you're going to just play on the road and not be here 100%. I'd rather you not play at all. But I mean, he said he's going to retire if he's traded. I mean, the man got money, but come on, you're still a young buck in the league. You're still young. Yeah. You still got millions to make in this league. Why would you want to give it up over a COVID shot? I mean, I don't know. I know people have their thoughts on that, but I ain't giving up no $300,000 a game because I don't want to get a shot.
Yeah, he's like, and then Kevin Durant came out today and said, he feel like it's going to work out, like they're going to work it out. Translation, they probably trying to talk him into getting a shot. And you know how Kyrie is. It seems that drama follows him wherever he goes. But I know this is a personal decision for him, to each his own. But you got to wonder, is it worth it? And will your team, like you said, be satisfied with seeing you just play the road games? And it's almost like you injured again. We're not getting you for the whole season. We're getting you for 41 games, basically?
Nah, that's not even. Nah, you can't. I mean, I'd be mad as a player that I got to come out here and do everything I got to do, and then you can't be there for us when we need you, but you can be there on the road. I mean,
Derek say he's a problem child. Yeah,
you're an all-star player, man, but you are not Michael Jordan.
No, he feel like he is, though. He feel like he's Michael Jordan. He feel like he's one of the best, Marvin. He say, listen, he's one of the best in the league. Top point guard, if you ask him.
They had them as the favorites to win the title. Yeah. Without Kyrie, I don't think they're the favorites, but I think they're still going to be up there. But I don't think they're the favorites because James Harden's going to do a lot of what Kyrie does anyway. Yeah,
he's going to move over to the point guard and be what he was here in the city. You got, when you think about one of the top shooters in the league, that's Durant. And I know that's one of our questions coming up. When you think about who's the clutch shooter, you got to give it to Kevin. If it's not, he
ain't the money sniper for no reason.
Yeah, but Kevin, I put the ball in Kevin's hands anytime to win the game. And I know he definitely can do it. Your boy, as we get ready to close out, your boy Ben Simmons. Whoo! He's still holding out. They put the money that they owe him in the escrow.
Yeah, but the crazy part is that the whole off season, there was no really talk about nothing until right before training camp. Oh, I'm not coming into play. I mean, because he did get a lot of flack from the fans in Philly, man. They the ones that booed Santa Claus years ago. They booed Ben Simmons. They burning his jersey. How would you feel going to a city knowing that all these expectations are on you and you failed them again in the playoffs?
Yeah.
And they already know what's going to happen. And oh yeah, no, and that money in the escrow, you know what that's all about too. They want to make some interest off of that money.
Making some interest off that money. I mean, you know, think about it. It's $8.25 million, and then of course he's being fined roughly, I think it's $227,000 every time that he's out. So hey, why not make some money off of him? Hey, you don't want to be here. We got this contract. We're gonna make some money off you. And Joel Embiid came out and was saying, man, I don't think you should do your team like this. I don't think you should. No, you should do this. You got a contract. Come honor and come play with us. But Joe knows he's not coming back.
His feelings hurt, man. His feelings hurt.
Yeah. Well, you're not gonna boo me like that neither. I know. Even if I'm not clutch, you're not gonna boo me like that. I tell you that much. I'm gonna be like, if y'all don't want me in Philly, like Ben says, get rid of me. I'd rather Ben do it this way than to do it like Harden did here in Houston.
Oh, no, show up, you know, overweight, not in shape,
fat suit on.
You weren't gonna play. You know, you didn't care. But you know, I think he's thinking too. He's banking on his future. I don't play. I'm gonna lose some millions, but you know what? When I get traded or when I leave, I'm gonna get all that money back and more on my next contract anyway.
Yeah. So hey, Ben, come on to Houston, man. We love to have you. I'll put you on that 3. Come on out of here. I wish we could trade Eric Gordon for him. I know that's your boy. But like we said, who you got before we get out of here? Who would you want taking your clutch shot? Derek, I want to hear who you got, Derek. I want to hear what you fellas got to say. Marvin, G-Man, who you got?
I would tell you this, you know, Damian Lillard has proven over the years that he's a clutch shooter, but man, it's hard to deny Kevin Durant, but man, Luka too is coming up clutch as well.
Yeah.
If I had to pick one, I mean, Steph is probably the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen in my life. I'd probably have to go with Kevin Durant because he can drive the ball to the bucket. He can take it to the paint. He could pull up and shoot a 3 on you.
Yep.
You don't know what he's gonna do to you. I'll go with Kevin Durant.
Well, I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna take Dame, Kevin, Curry.
There you go. Mix them all up.
One name. Baby.
Mix them all up, and you got Michael Jordan.
Like the law firm. That's how we gonna do it. All right. This NBA Minute has been brought to you and powered by Hennessy, VSOP, baby. I know you like that Hennessy.
Settle. I know you like it was Hennessy. Fun, but after 34 hours, man, I gotta go get me some sleep, bro. I ain't doing this casino thing no more and coming back the same night.
Yeah.
On no sleep in 34 hours, man. I told Pim I'm about to lay on that couch like I did, before I came to work.
Don't sleep the whole time through. Pop you some of that Hennessy and call it a night. We appreciate you guys joining the G-Man. Let them know how they can keep up with you, homie.
Hey, man, y'all hit me up, G-Man979 on Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, G-Man Guerrero on Facebook, and I'll be on vacation starting tomorrow, man. But I'll be checking in on my Snap and on my IG and all that stuff. So, you know, I'll be on a boat somewhere. Yeah. So I'll be in Mexico somewhere. Yeah. So I'll be checking in though.
I'm gonna have to
STROS. I'll be watching the games, man.
I'm gonna have to come up there with the pimp and sit in with him and talk some trash. Follow me at Faith and Fame with AV. Of course, Magic 102.1, Praise 92.1. We appreciate you guys hanging with us. For my man Avery getting ready to deliver something big in this life. Appreciate you, homie, for holding it down. Peace.
Good night.